Me and Cherry are here for Scream Team Nightmare Hall chat, and she's in monkey mood, so she might not stay very long. Attack! But she's got a little collar on. Look, little bow tie. Oh, she's not liking this very much. I'm trying. Little bow tie. Put your little head up. Oh, look. Oh dear, hang on. Oh, she's in a bit of a monkey mood. So, yeah, she's bombed it off now. She might come back in a second. We'll see. She normally comes to attack. Oh, but welcome to our second chat of the month. I'll just add Dustin in. Hopefully he'll be here in a minute. Oh, she's very cute, but she's just woken up from a nap, so she's in like really bad monkey mood at the moment. Hi, Dustin.
Hello. How are
Hello.
you? I
I'm
don't know why.
alright.
I always do that. I always do a stupid British accent.
Hello.
Every time I see you, I'm like, hello.
I like it. You sound more like me every time. Hello.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
sound
I'm
like
eating.
you sound like the little worm out of Labyrinth when you say it
I
like
said,
that.
hello. Come inside. Have a cup of tea.
So
Meet the missus.
I've put little pigtails in tonight to go like full cheerleader mode.
I'm wearing my Vampire Diaries like hooded
Oh, I'm
thing.
wearing the Stranger Things Hawkins high t-shirt that I've
We
got.
just got a whole bunch of mixed up pop culture. All right.
That's it. Yeah, why not? Right, I'm just gonna check if she's gone out the room. I had the little Cherry on with me at the start, but she's in monkey mood, so she won't sit still very long.
Oh, she's your
So
little
yeah.
familiar.
Oh, she is. Oh, so yes, so we're going to be chatting about Nightmare Hall, the Scream Team.
Yay! I
Which
got mine too. Yay!
you, Eddie May said, I always think I'm British after a live with Shelley. Oh dear. Yeah, so this is our fifth Nightmare Hall. So we read The Wish a couple of weeks ago, and then this one. And this one isn't an authentic DIANE HOH. This is actually ghost written by
Right.
Nola Thacker, which is Deathkins, who wrote The Bride and the Cemetery, and then also The Roommate that we read, which was the second Nightmare Hall.
Right, you can kind of see it
Yeah.
there. 1993,
Woo.
Noah Thacker. So,
Yes, I'm sure it says it in the front of these as well. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Where is
yay!
it? There.
I
And
wish you
we
could
got this.
flip
Yeah,
the
it's
script
so
around.
annoying. But we got this in 95, so yeah, you got it in 93.
Right.
Yes, so I've been loving covering these Nightmare Halls with you, Dustin.
I
Like, I
am
know I said that last
too.
time,
I
but it's
can't believe
so
you're doing this for
cool.
4 years
I
already.
know, hasn't time flown?
It really only feels like maybe two, but that's about it, you know?
Yeah, time has flown.
Yeah, it has.
Uh, and if you don't know Dustin, but I'm sure you do, he runs a brilliant book club on Dustin Can Read and a brilliant podcast on the Rewatch Recap. And you're currently recapping Dead Like Me.
Yes.
And then what have you got upcoming again? Just remind
Okay.
us.
So we're doing Dead Like Me on the rewatch recap, and then we're going to have Marvel's Runaways,
Oh,
which I don't
yes.
know where it's playing overseas, but it's on the
Disney. Yeah.
CW app.
I think it
And
might be
I know it
on
was on
Disney.
Disney for a while, but they took it off here, and now it's on the CW app here for free.
Ah.
But I want to say before we go further that my book club next month is going to do a special Fear Street book club,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have four guests on, and we're doing like random Fear Street reports, like book reports, like you did in school.
Oh,
So,
so
and we don't know
cool.
which the other one's reading. So we're gonna figure it out. We're just gonna read a favorite Fear Street, and we'll just be talking about Fear Street.
Oh, that's so cool. I can't wait for that. That's brilliant. And then, like, you might even read the same books, I guess, like just
Yeah, we
out of
might.
coincidence. Yeah. Woo!
It'll be kind of neat. Let's see what we pull up.
Yeah, that would be good. Oh, I'll definitely be checking that out. And I'll be, I'm gonna, do you know what? I might read a Fear Street as well, just like for fun, and then
Yeah,
see if it matches up with any of
and you
yours.
can comment about it, and somebody will probably have read it
Yeah.
at some point. We can discuss that as well, you know.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. I'm going to do that, definitely. And I also loved as well, I'd meant to mention in this book that, like we always get cameos and things from like, other
Yeah.
characters. Doesn't affect the storyline. You can read these in any order. But in this one, it was interesting. There was a cameo or a mention of Lacey from the roommate. And I thought,
Yes.
oh, how cool. Like, 'cause I loved Lacey.
We didn't just get the Nightmare Hall people that time.
No, we got Lacey in this one.
I
Interestingly, that
remember reading, I was
was
like, wait, do I
Deckins as
know that
well.
name? Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember if I remembered the name or not, but I did. Yeah.
Racy Lacey.
Racy Lacey.
Yeah, we loved Lacey. Oh dear. So basically, this one is about Dell. And Dell dreams of becoming a cheerleader for Salem University, but she soon discovers the horrifying truth about what happened to last year's cheerleaders. Because
Hmm.
practically the entire junior varsity team was killed in a freak bus accident last summer. And then strange occurrences start happening now while they're doing the tryouts. And then Dell finds that she might just have to die to be a cheerleader. Dum dum dum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh dear. Oh, our cozy Liverpool home said Racy Lacey. I'd forgotten her. What a babe. Yeah, Melina said I've not read any Fear Street books. Yeah, they're very similar to Nightmare Hall, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. They're good. Yoo-hoo!
So,
um,
but does
Sorry,
mine
go
say
on.
the same thing?
Does
Well,
it?
yeah. Welcome to this. Mine says Dell has always been a cheerleader, and she always wants more than anything to make the squad at Salem U until she hears the horrible truth about what happened to last year's cheerleaders. Once Dell thought she would die to make the team, now she realized she may have to. Welcome to the Scream Team, Dell. Okay,
Ooh, yours sounds good actually.
it's funny how they have the different descriptions on the back. You get like because like with Fear Street, they'll often do the same thing. They'll say the same description at the
Yeah,
top
they do
about
that on these as well. About high on a hillside is Nightingale Hall.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what we had too. Okay, I was
Hi,
wondering.
mom. My mom's just joined
Oh,
in
your
the
mom's
laugh.
on here.
Yeah, hi,
Hi,
mom.
mom. Hopefully, I get to meet you one day.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. So basically, there'll be spoilers ahead, probably from the beginning for this book. So if you haven't
Yes.
read it and you don't want to be spoiled, then come back later. If you do, just stay. Um, so this starts with like a creepy prologue, which I think happened in the roommates. I think off the top of my head, we've got like a creepy killer
Hmm.
point of view. And basically, someone's watching these recording of the cheerleading competition from I presume the summer before they all died, and they're kind of pausing it when the Salem Junior varsity team are on screen, and they've all got big grins plastered on their faces, and our bad person wonders if they'd been smiling when they died, and I thought that was like really creepy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, creepy.
I thought we were going to
Um,
get more chapters from like the bad guy's point
yeah,
of view. We just got little inserts throughout it, but not full chapters.
yeah.
I wanted more chapters. I wanted to know about your plans, you know?
Yeah, especially as well when we get like in that prologue, you get that she or he, we might as well just say she now.
Okay.
She's sniffing a blood-soaked pom-pom and caressing it. And I think the quote is the deliciously death-stained strands delicately. You do that so well,
Yeah.
Dustin. but yeah, so I was really like, I thought, oh, we're gonna get some like really juicy killer point of views, but we just got those little
Yeah.
snippets. But did you
Yeah.
like those little
Yeah, it was
snippets?
okay.
Or
But it was kind of after a
yeah.
while, it was like, okay, they're going to die. We get it. Like, what do you have planned? Well, I want to know, you know?
We want more death.
I want to know. I want to know the inside of your mind, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Claire's put, I love it when we get killer monologues. Yeah, could have just done with them a little bit longer.
Hmm.
Like just a little bit more, I think. Hi, Heather. Oh yeah, Caroline says Dustin setting the scene with those pom poms.
Yeah, I had to make them out of crepe paper because real pom poms cost too
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine for our reel that we did,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get red and white, so I had to just go with the colours that I'd got. So
Well, hey, at least it matches your outfit. That's fine.
yeah, that's it. Melina said the monologues were really sinister. I wanted more.
I
Yeah, definitely.
just wanted, I wanted longer
Yeah.
monologues. I wanted like at least little short chapters in between, kind of like uh Win Lose Kill Die.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cynthia's book. Yeah,
Mm.
there was all these little chapters like ooh, yeah, and it was ooh, I listened to the audiobook of that and that was really good. It was
Yeah, it's such a
really
good
sinister.
book, and all the point horror vibes as well.
Hmm.
It's brilliant. So kind of after that prologue, we kind of meet our girl, which is Del Arlen, I think her surname
Yeah.
was. And you kind of introduced her as like baggy white shorts and these skin tight t-shirts, and it says pretty, beautiful, in fact. I was like, oh, so she's beautiful. Um,
Well, I
and
had a
she's been,
friend named Dell
oh,
growing up, and she was pretty, but she wasn't a cheerleader type at all. Like, but that's who I pictured in the role. Just the name Dell, because it's kind of a unique name, you know.
yeah, no, definitely. And I feel like all the names in this book were pretty unique. And I think Deathkins does do that quite a lot, to be honest. She comes up with quite unusual names.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dell has always been a cheerleader, even at junior and high school. And she goes on about that she's had this previous boyfriend who wanted to marry her after high school, and she keeps seeing him around like in her imagination. I was like, whoa.
Stalker much? Yeah.
Mm. And she doesn't believe in ghosts. She makes that quite clear. And she certainly doesn't smoke, I tell you. She doesn't smoke.
Well, I mean, come on. Okay, I'm not saying it's good to smoke, but I'm saying like, if someone says I'm not a smoker, then while I was a cigarette, I don't know. I saw somebody in my room. Yeah, sure, you smoke. I'm like, I said I don't smoke, and she has to say it so many times. I'm like, believe her.
I'm
Uh,
like, I believe you, Dal. I believe you. I
After a
promise.
while, though, I started thinking, I was like, is Dell like a little cuckoo? Like maybe she does smoke. She has like a split
Mm.
personality, and maybe she's doing all this stuff to herself, and you know.
Oh yeah. Oh. So did you like Dal as a character? Like, do you think I thought she was quite brave in certain aspects for a point horror girl?
Yeah, I mean, I think she was brave, but also a little stupid, like to do some of the things she did. I'm like, why are you not getting somebody to go with you? Why are you not waking somebody up to go up to the attic where no one's supposed to be? There's all this
Yeah.
stuff going on. I mean, your first night there, you almost get burned up in your room. And it's totally, by somebody who threw a cigarette in there that you did not throw in there, like
Yeah.
use your head, kid. Like,
Yeah. She does kind of like, even when they're walking back from Vinny's, the pizza place, gets a mention. Even when she's walking back from there and she sees like a glowy red light coming from the gym, she's like, yeah, I'm going to go and investigate. So I thought, well, if that was me, I'd be like, I'll find someone
she saw somebody in
first.
the window
Mm.
and then she's like, let me go check that out. I'm like, I would have said, hey, somebody's in that window. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going in there by myself.
No. Yeah. Get help at
See, I
least.
went to a school where there was like some urban legends on campus where people, and actually, literally, the semester before, the spring semester before, they had somebody get killed
Yeah.
on campus. Like, her head got cut off. Like, that's how
Yeah.
bad it was. And like all that, I'm like, I
Wow.
would not have investigated that. There was like a tunnel that went underneath the school, and because it was an old like 1800 school where it was like a girls finishing school,
Yeah.
and you had to like they had these tunnels that you can go under so you can stay out of the weather, and so they had the
Oh,
tunnels that would go to like
yeah.
different buildings,
Oh,
and they closed them off, but there was one that was still kind of an entrance you can get to it, and I was like, and people wanted to go down there. I was like, I am not going down there.
oh no.
I am not doing it.
I couldn't have done that. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Oh
It was creepy.
no. Oh yeah, that sounds creepy. And what tragedy to happen as well. It's like tragic.
The girl was
Oh
14.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
she apparently was going around all because they were building a new building and they had like these trailers for like some of the students to stay in because they didn't have enough space because they were
yeah.
building a new building. And she was going to like this party at this trailers and was kind of, I hate to slut shame, but she was going around offering herself up to people. And
Yeah.
her boyfriend who went to school there,
Uh,
who was like
oh.
yeah. Uh, or no, her boyfriend's cousin went to school there because her boyfriend was 16, she was 14, and the cousin was
Uh,
19, and the cousin and the boyfriend got together and killed her. It was
oh,
crazy.
oh my
And it was straight out of
gosh.
Nightmare Hall. Like it was
Yeah,
just like one of those for sure.
yeah. Oh, sounds it. Yeah, Eddie May said that's that.
It
Yeah,
is very,
that is.
very sad.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I'll tell more of the
Um.
story another time, but yeah, there's more to it. But
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to listen to that at some point.
maybe we'll do that in October because it'll be a good spooky
Yeah.
story.
Maybe we should do. Yeah, maybe we should do like a live and just tell like spooky stories and
That would be
things.
fun,
Yeah,
actually.
should we do that?
We should.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sharon said Dell obviously had never seen a horror movie. Yeah, that's true. And Claire said extra chuckle on the part of the coach slash killer to start the smoking rumour. Yeah, because she kind of did like. Is it Coach? I don't know how you say her surname. Is it Truett?
I think it was True White
Truite, which means
because
trout.
it had an E at the end. Otherwise, it'd be Truett.
Yes. Yeah, but apparently it's French for trout. So all the way,
Yeah.
every time I just kept calling her trout, which then made me did figure out that she was a killer. But anyway, we'll go into that. Yeah, Teddy said agree that Dal was both brave and stupid. Yes. She really was. Eddie Ray said yay for live spooky stories in October. Claire said that story's awful, yeah. And Tam said, I thought she seemed a bit fishy.
Wah,
Boom,
wah.
boom. Love it. Nikki said, scary tales of the campfires live. I'm there. Oh, yeah, we'll
We
definitely
should
have to
do
do
that.
that. Yeah,
I think it'd
let's
be
do
fun.
that, Dustin. Yeah, it'd be really fun. I've got some spooky stories to tell.
And I got my scary stories to tell in the dark book. We could also just grab something of that
Oh,
too. That'd be kind of fun.
oh, yeah, that would be good. Right, we'll sort that out,
Yeah.
definitely. So yeah, so she kind of develops this insta love as well, Dal, and I just groaned with Greg. Like as soon as she sees Greg, she's like, oh, my heart.
Yeah.
She was
You just
like,
totally hear the 80s vibes.
she was like some tragic, like Shakespearean, like actress, like, oh my heart,
Ugh.
Romeo, and I was like, oh, like I didn't like Greg, and
He was
what was it
cocky.
that he could only kiss in the dark? He does his best kissing in the dark. I was like, I
The
just,
way he kissed her the first time too, it was like, whoa, what?
yeah. Didn't he like? Doesn't he like turn the light switch off and then like goes in
He
for
just
the
goes
kiss, or were the lights
boom right to her. I'm
already
like,
on?
what is your problem, dude? Like,
He was, yeah. So she kind of has like this insta love with Greg, but did you like them together, or like what did you think
he
of
was
their
meh.
relationship?
I didn't get any kind of cool like vibes from
No.
him at all. Like I was just kind of eh. He must have been pretty hot though. I didn't get that much of a description of him, but the whole kissing in
Mm.
the dark thing. You know what? I just had a thought in my head of why he might be because he's probably one of those people who doesn't close their eyes.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So like people think he's a good kisser in the dark because they can't see him looking at
She's
them.
like,
He's like, just like, ooh.
yeah, that's probably what it is. Because he walks her home and then he looks up at the light, like above her door or something, and he's like, "No, I only kiss in the dark."
Nope, can't kiss right here. I can't close my eyes.
Oh yeah, Eddie Ray said, Greg, I do my best kissing in the dark. I think like we do get a bit of a description and we get the impression that he is like, hot. So he actually says the words incredibly sexy and burning eyes and muscles and average height.
Average height.
Yeah, and it kind of says a dark
Burning
magnetism.
eyes. That's why I told you he's
Yeah.
kissing in the dark. He's like, you want to kiss? Like, no. Turn off the lights. Maybe then.
We know, Greg, we know. We know your secret now. Caroline says, I roll my eyes at Insta Love, but that was me in school. Yeah, like, maybe.
I mean, I get it. And especially like you're
Yeah.
new, you don't know anybody, and this cute guy's like hitting on you, and I
Mm.
get it, but
It was
at the same time, like,
literally instant though. As soon as she saw him,
and watch, they're gonna break up, but they're gonna be on the team together, and it's gonna be awful. Like they don't,
yeah,
yeah,
no.
don't dip your ping. I want to say don't shake your pom poms. I don't know, whatever you want to say. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a term. Like don't dip your pin in the company ink, that kind of thing. Like
don't dip your pom pom in the dark. I don't know. No, let's move on. That's not going very well.
don't do the splits. And no, okay. Somebody think of something and
Yeah.
write it. We'll get to that.
Teddy said Greg was meh. Yeah. Our cozy Liverpool home says Greg seemed quite intense and bitter. Thought he was going to turn out to be her ex. Part 2. Yeah. I did wonder that, but then I was thinking, well, she can't be that thick and not realise.
Oftentimes, you have a type, so
yeah. Eddie Ray says, "Oh God, no! The eye-opened kisser." Yes. Sharon said, "I've never experienced insta love in my life. Like, I can't say as quick as Dell.
It was really like insta lust.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah.
They confuse love and lust.
Yeah. Definitely. Hiya. Inside the cover, Tam said, I guess the point horror books are so short, you've got to have insta love. Yeah, that's true. Because you've got to pack it in there somewhere. But it doesn't necessarily need a love interest, I guess.
Yeah.
She could have just been that committed to,
I've always noticed that with
cheerleading.
these Nightmare Halls especially. Well, most of these point horrors, they always have like a love interest. I'm like, why do they always have to have a love interest?
Yeah. I know that. I think it was just a thing because obviously, have to admit, like in the 90s, teen me would be like, "Yeah, love interest."
I mean, yeah, I get it. Teenagers they're always looking for somebody like to connect with. But like, have more friends. I read somewhere that nowadays, like, young readers really and for movies and for books, they want less relationships, less romance. They want more friendship world building than anything. So
yeah, definitely, yeah. Because like I know when I was a teen, that was in most of the books I read, there was always a love interest. So it is refreshing when there isn't. So that's kind of nice now. I'm a bit older when there isn't a love interest, even in like adult fiction as well. It's nice, refreshing.
yeah.
Eddie May said, "Don't dip your pom pom in the dark." Yeah, that's the only thing I could come up with off the top of my head.
I'm still thinking. I'm thinking something about a spotter or something. I don't know.
Oh my God! Yeah, as long.
Oh, I don't know. Like, wait, don't wear your bloomers for your spotter. I don't know. No, never mind.
Well, at least I'm just checking. My mom's gone off the chat, so I was going to say at least you didn't say fluffer.
No, we call them bloomers here. Like they look like underwear, like panties, but they're bloomers. That's what they call them. So when they do their kicks and stuff, you'll see they always match the outfit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a fluffer is very different. If you know, you know. Look it up. So then we get to meet. I've put myself off now.
I'm just gonna eat this potato.
Yeah, so we get to meet the bestie, which is it Morgana or Mojo for short? Nikki's put fluff.
Don't get me started on Mojo.
Oh, did you
first of all,
did you like her?
Mojo annoyed the crap out of me.
Oh,
and
I really loved her.
I really wish you had gone by Morgana than Mojo. But did you notice her name was Morgana Fey, like Morgan Fey?
Yes, yeah, and she did come across like that.
I mean, well, they couldn't. Her name was Mojo, but her initials were MF. She would have been Mofo.
Oh God! So you didn't like her then?
Mojo annoyed me. Like she was hot and cold a lot, and then she was like there were some things she said, and I'll get to it, but I was like, what? What? Like, okay. I don't know. She just was. I don't know. I didn't like her.
I don't know. She kind of like I pictured her in my head a little bit like Wednesday's friend in Wednesday. Her name's gone out of my head.
Enid.
Yeah, he needs. I kind of pictured her like that. I don't
See,
know why. That's
I
how
didn't
I
picture her that
imagined
way
her.
at all. Like, no, I saw her as like kind of, I want to say a little bit more uh, hippie like in a way,
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
more like, but also peppy like Enid, but hippie and then but she was also very condescending, but also but also judgmental, but also peppy, but then not. It was she was all over the place. I didn't like her. She was too much. She was too much for me. I don't know how you're
Oh.
feeling today. You know.
Well,
Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate it. She annoyed you
yeah,
too.
Sharon said Mojo annoyed me too. Tam said I loved Mojo. Yeah.
Thank you,
Um,
Claire.
Claire, Mojo was so irritated. Oh wow, I thought there was going to be Mojo love. Mojo was so irritating. She was the most unhelpful, unreassuring friend ever. I don't know because she does stand up to the bitchy character. Is it Marla, who's the co-captain? Like she
Yeah,
goes, "Go away, poison breath,"
yeah.
is what I've got written down. So she does kind of speak her mind a little bit.
Marlo needed a good
Um,
smack, that's for sure.
she was such a cow.
She really
She
was.
was horrible. Oh dear. So did you say that you'd written some of Mojo's
Well,
quotes down?
well, not really one. I just one of them toward the end. She says, and it kind of annoyed me. I was like, "What?" She comes in, and well, there's one part where she comes in, and she's like, "Hey, it's tryout day." You know, it's the end of the book, and she's tryout day. You gonna get up, and then, and she says, "Are you ready to go?" And Dell says, "I don't know." And then Mojo says, "The correct response is that's what you know."
Yeah, I didn't get that.
What? And then she's like, "Yeah, we need to get peppy or something like that when they go to the cafeteria and to get food in the morning."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, I need something to pep me up." I'm like, you need to calm down.
You need to pet down.
You need to like, no, you're good. You don't need anything. Just go with on an empty stomach because you're good." Like, I don't know. She was just annoying. There's the little things like that.
Oh, dear. Oh, Eddie May's just had a look what a fluffer is. I do apologise.
There's actually a
Um,
movie called The Fluffer, so
oh
it's it's
dear.
it's rated R. So just watch out.
RMSJ76 said I really liked Mojo. Oh, I love how we're all like torn over Mojo. Because I did think that everyone was
No
going to
go
say they
Mojo.
liked her. No go Mojo. Hello Mojo. There used to be an advert. Do you remember Hello
Motorola.
Mojo?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, Mojo.
Sharon says she was a sociopath.
Hey,
Whoa.
Ronaldo.
Hey Ronaldo. Claire said, okay, one redeeming moment. I think when she said, go away, poison breath
Yeah.
to Marla.
But I mean,
Yeah,
somebody had to say it. So
yeah. Um, our cozy Liverpool home said, got to have those carbos. Oh, yeah, that was annoying. That was so annoying.
I mean, that's
And
true.
then,
You need a carbo load because you're doing a
yeah,
lot of stuff.
but
And
she
that's the
did.
reason why we eat carbs in the morning, by the way, because it's good for your brain.
Oh,
Have you noticed there's so many carb related meals in the morning, like
yeah.
pastries and biscuits or biscuits, we call them biscuits, but you know what
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Scones,
So, oh yeah,
you know, stuff like that.
so it peps you up for the day, just
Yeah,
like Mojo. Eddie May said, "Pep it down, mofo."
for real. Seriously.
Oh dear. Oh, so I'm really shocked that we were all so torn over
I'm glad I got my
Mojo.
camp. I got my anti-mojo camp, and I'm good with that.
I'm really shocked because all the way through I was like, "Oh, people are gonna love her," and then like, no. So talking about people we didn't love, we hated Marla. I know I'm going through all
Yes.
the characters, but there was just so many characters in this
Well,
book.
there were a lot. I was getting
I
confused.
had
Like,
to
what?
write them
Who
all
was?
down.
Yeah.
So we really hated Marla. She was like queen bitch,
Oh yeah.
definitely. Yeah,
And
but
she was
no
a
redeeming
wannabe
qualities.
too. She just
Yeah,
happened to be captain because she was a leftover. She wasn't
yeah.
even like supposed to be captain, and she just was. Now she's like, I've got power now, so I'm gonna be a jerk about it. And it's ugh, I hate those
Yeah,
people. Ugh.
Yeah. And it's like even at the end, like, when they're picking who to be on the cheerleader team, and she thinks she's got such influence over like the judges and the coach
Hmm.
and that. And they kind of like talk her down from it, or that's how it seems when we're getting the, point of view from afar. But yeah, yeah, she was, no, I just hated her. Hi April. I loved Mojo saying carbs as carbos. Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, I like that too. But yeah, as our cozy Liverpool home said, so many characters. I mean, I'm not going to go into all of them, but did you have another personal favourite? I had one other favourite, like side character. Did you have any other
Think.
favourite? We had,
Corey was okay. Was it
who was
Corey?
that?
Rory,
Rory.
excuse me.
Yeah.
He was okay. He was kind of in and out, but he at least
Yeah.
wasn't a jerk. He was also one of the ones that was left over, but at least he seemed like he appreciated it and didn't like take
Yeah,
advantage.
he seemed
So
quite sensible. Oh well, he
yeah,
was going around videoing all the girls with his video
it was a
camera,
little creepy, but it
getting in
was
their faces.
probably for like, hey, let me show you what you've done wrong, and so I can see that. But
Yeah.
like, it was a little
Mm,
creepy.
yeah. My other favourite character was Joy. I think we just see I've got hiccups on her. We just see her a couple of times. And the first time we get introduced to her, she's like asking about Hot Greg. But I just think she had a bit of a like dark hidden side, Joy, because after the training, I think Della asked her if she saw or something, and she goes, so she says she saw from the day before, and she goes, it is not in all the right places. And I was like, whoa, what am I reading?
Wait, what were you doing after that?
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, Joy,
she found some
side
joy. That's what
character.
she found.
Yeah, and she
She
was a
found a
side
little joy.
character trying to be a main character by capturing our attention.
She did.
Because
She had some main character energy going on. Um,
because later on, she kind of says she hates most vegetables except bananas. So I think the quote is, I hate vegetables, said Joy, except carrots and zucchini and cucumbers and bananas.
she's like, that's
Hidden
not a
horny Joy.
vegetable. She's like, whatever.
No, but I think she was like, she was trying to push away. She was capturing our attention. That's what she was
Surprised
doing.
she didn't say eggplant. My goodness.
So
Oof.
I really wanted to see more of Joy because she just cracked me up every time
Yeah.
she sounded like me, like things I would say. Accurate.
Just randomness coming out of your
Yeah,
mouth. Yeah.
just random. um, Teddy said Marla gave me Libby from Sabrina the Teenage Witch vibes. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Caroline said I love Libby and Sabrina. She's hilarious. Yeah, Caroline, filth in a point horror. That she slipped it in there. The filth,
So to
not the
speak.
cute, not the banana, not the cucumber. Eddie May said, Joy, I'm sure we can like tie that with the pom pom idea, I'm sure. Um, Eddie May said, Joy definitely had a naughty side. And April said, I didn't catch that subtext. I think it's just my dirty mind, April. Like, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Eddie May said, wasn't there a character recently in another book that had a thing for bananas? Yes, Chuck from The Babysitter.
Oh, okay. I forgot about him.
We will never find out what he did with that banana. Never.
Mm-mm.
So we kind of have a lot of goings on in this book. So we get a lot
Yeah.
about the gym's history, especially. So apparently, somebody burned to death in Peabody Gym back in the day, and then it's haunted by this like lady in red. Lady in red. That's all I kept singing.
Yeah.
And apparently, the lady in red appears when something terrible is going to happen, and that's like the urban legend that goes around
Hmm.
campus. So, did you kind of like that aspect with the lady in red ghost?
Yeah, because well, the urban legend part of it for sure. Like I said, like we had a bunch of urban legends on campus. There was one where the founder was supposedly, because my dorm was next to girls from, like I said, it was all female campus originally, and then
Yeah.
they made it co-ed after a while. So my dorm was a male dorm, and we were next to the original building, and the original founder used to live in the building with the girls, and so there was also a chapel in that building, and so you would sometimes hear like the chapel bells going off, but no one
Mm.
was in there, and
Yeah.
supposedly you would see the ghost of the founder come by at a certain time on
Ooh.
certain nights, and yeah, and there was also a theater on campus that we did our plays and whatnot in, and so there was supposedly a ghost in there. And yeah,
Yeah.
this place was an old. It kind of reminds me of the Scream 2 campus. It kind of looked like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, cool. So
yeah,
like, so the whole aspect of like the lady in red to you, so you related
yeah. It
to
was
that.
very familiar feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. And I liked it from the point of I was hoping that it was going to be like a bit of a Scooby Doo thing. Like normally I hope that there was like
Oh,
a supernatural element to the book. But with this one I was hoping that like somebody was like, creating like, like in Scooby
yeah.
Doo, creating the image of, somehow
Pull the
doing
mask
it and
off.
then
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I was kind of hoping a little bit in this one, which is unusual for me because I'm normally like, oh, I like the supernatural element because, like, by the time we get to the end, you do have to fully be invested in the lady in red, don't you? Really,
yeah.
mm.
I
With
like
the
it,
ending.
and I did like how they made it. Like, I want to know, was that the lady in red in her room? Because normally she was only in the gym, and the only time we saw her outside the gym was in the room. And was that
Mm.
really her or
Yeah,
not? You
we
know,
don't know, do we? Yeah,
because
it doesn't
normally
really
ghosts
get
don't move.
explained.
They don't travel to other rooms and then just go right back. You know?
Because doesn't she see her in the attic? Oh, that's above the gym, yeah. So that would be above the gym. Yeah, she doesn't see
No. Oh, in
it.
the attic. She didn't see. Did she
She
see
didn't
her in
see.
the attic?
I can't remember
She saw
now.
somebody with a bright light in her face. That was
Yeah.
it.
Oh, so it was
I think it
probably
was probably a
just yeah,
flashlight in her face.
yeah, yeah. Ah. So then, like by the end, so I know we're jumping ahead to the end, but by the end, we kind of um get this whole thing of that the ghost has intervened and pushed the coach from I don't know above the bleachers or wherever
The
it was.
catwalk. Yeah.
Yeah, the catwalk above the bleachers above the gym. So, and you kind of have to be fully invested that you do believe that that happened. But did you
Hmm.
find that a bit
I
strange, or
found it
were
a
you
bit
invested?
convenient, but
Yeah.
it also happened really quick. And you're like, she saw something in her eyes, was red in her eyes, and then all of a sudden the coach falls. And I'm like, what just happened?
I know. I had to go back and just read, and I thought, wait, is someone push her? Like, what's actually happened? But
Yeah.
you meant to believe that she saw the ghost and then fell. And I was like, oh, okay. Did Deathkins get to the end and thought, oh, I've got myself in a bit of a pickle? Oh,
Yeah.
ghost,
Ghost.
ghost,
Yeah. That's who
ghost
it was.
death. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure how I felt about that ending. I have to admit, I was a bit like, not sure. I'll buy it. Eddie May said, "Where did you go to school, Dustin? Because oh my god, I'm in love with it."
Oh, I can't say it on here because there's a whole legal thing about it, but I can tell you,
Oh, okay.
yeah, in a chat, Eddie.
Yeah,
Um,
no problem. Sharon said, I went to Cambridge and that had loads of ghost stories and creepy legends. Oh, yeah, I bet. Ooh. Claire said, the lady in red ghost had a very similar vibe to the bride ghost. Yeah, so we read The Bride a few months ago.
mhm.
I think fire was a theme with the two ghosts. Also, if I'm remembering correctly, yeah, that's true. So Deathkins loves like a ghosty in a fire. Like, yeah, that's her MO.
She must have a personal story with fire and
She's
ghosts.
got it, yeah, she's got to have done. Tam said, I really like supernatural elements and I like the idea of the lady in red. Yeah, I love the whole idea of it. I just didn't buy the end of it. It just didn't, yeah, didn't sit right. Sharon said, I saw her as a oh no, give me the hard words to
Harbinger.
say. Harbinger.
Yeah.
Harbinger. So she went where she needed to warn, maybe. Oh, okay. So that was in reference to her moving. the ghost moving around.
Yeah.
Our Cozy Liverpool home says, I thought we were going to find out more about the bus crash. Yes. I thought Jennifer
What
had
happened with
something
the
to
bus
do with it.
crash?
Yeah, so what do we think?
Did
Like,
they
do we
did they
think
just
it was an
say somebody ran them
accident?
off the road? Is that what all we got?
It was like rumours, so something about maybe the brakes had failed and or something like that, but there was never anything actually confirmed. But surely there would have been a police
I
investigation. Because
mean, I
like,
feel bad for Jennifer because to be the
yeah.
only survivor
Mm,
to get thrown from the bus and everybody else just perishes.
yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. And you would think that Jennifer would have been a victim like right off the bat
Mm,
because she was a part of that,
yeah. That's
you
so
know? And
true.
maybe even Rory and Marla at
Marla.
the same time, like because they were all part of that same team.
Yeah.
You would think they would have been like offed early on,
Yeah.
or something would have happened to them.
Because Rory and Marla, Rory had gone somewhere for the day, so he wasn't on the bus. Marla, I can't remember why. Oh, I can't remember why she wasn't on the bus. Yeah, so you'd think like, plot holes.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think that it was an accident, the bus, or do you think that someone did kill them?
I mean, obviously it was an accident. I don't think
Yeah,
anybody meant to kill them
yeah,
because I just think it was an accident. But the the bad guy in this was obviously not thinking, well, knew that it was an accident, but thought like it was all their fault. And I'm like, how? How was it their fault? And I love how at the end they're like, well, I think she's just nuts and this just pushed her over the edge. Like that was it. Like, and that's what it was. She was already
yeah.
a little cuckoo. She wasn't there. And then this just did not help.
And then what are the chances that, I mean, did she already work? So obviously we find out at the end that the villain is and turns out to be the Coach
Right.
Trout, or whatever her name is.
Truite.
So
Yeah.
True White. Um, so but did she already work at the college? Or
She
like
was
how did
apparently
she,
an adult, like a way older than her brother. And she was
oh
already like, I guess when her late 20s, I guess.
yeah.
And so she was probably already, and she was I guess she was a coach beforehand because she helped her brother get better.
Mm,
That's what she said. And
yeah.
so I'm thinking that somehow, how did they not know who she
That's what
was? Don't they do background checks?
like how yeah, like just changing her surname
And
slightly.
into a name that's essentially the same name.
Yeah. Like yeah, no one does they need to close the university down, health and safety, danger to life, and they don't do background checks on anybody.
Don't go to Salem University.
No.
Just don't do it
Just
because nothing good happens there.
yeah, just
They
stay
cannot
away.
guarantee your safety.
But yeah, so like did you suspect it was her like at any point, like who did you think it was going to end up being?
If it wasn't the coach, I thought it was going to be Jennifer,
Ah,
who
yeah.
maybe had done something, or I thought maybe it was going to be Mojo for some reason because
Yes, that's who I
she was the
thought.
first person who brought up the lady in red, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's putting something in people's heads so she can get
Mm,
to them, and maybe she's going to pick off the other cheerleaders she thinks is good so that she can become a cheerleader. I don't know,
yeah. No, I thought it was going to be Mojo all the way through. I was like,
but
it's going to be her.
I kind of went, it's either Mojo, and I went, or it's the coach. And I did at the very beginning think it might be the coach. It might be the coach, because she's just being such a hard ass. And I was like, but I think it
Mm.
might be the coach. But I was like, I'll leave it open.
Yeah. But I clicked it was the coach, like at the end when they were reading out the list of names of the victims of the bus crash,
Hmm.
because one of them was Reginald Trout, and because I was just constantly calling her Trout rather than Trout because I couldn't say it, I was like, oh wait, oh. So yeah, just before we get the reveal, I did click that it was her, but yeah. I was like, oh, I've sussed it, but it was like literally a page before we get the reveal. But
Oh my God.
still,
There was also a part when they're doing the memorial service at the end, and it's the assistant dean of students, not, and
yeah.
they make a point to say, why wasn't the dean there? And it was, I don't know, but here he is, and he gives. I'm like, why did you even bring that up? Why Why did you even question it? Because now I'm going, is the dean a part of this? Like, like what happened to the dean?
It was
I
random, and
wonder if
then
it
my thought
ties
was
into another book. It might tie into another book. We'll see.
maybe, but my thought was like, yeah, that that goes right. The actual dean isn't around, so they send the assistant because like he's not looking after his university
No.
very well. Oh dear. Um, yeah, I go to Liverpool home. I've read that one. RMS J76 said, I did not see it coming with the perpetrator being the coach. Ah, interesting. Claire said there could definitely be a prequel regarding the bus crash. Yeah, I would like that prequel, would you? I'd like to see that.
Maybe see,
If it
maybe
was
just
something sinister, like,
yeah,
about it. Yeah,
for
that
sure.
would have been good. Melina said, I wanted more about the crash too. April said, I was disappointed in the ending because the coach hated cheerleaders so much she became a coach. Yeah, that's so true. But the accident was just purely an accident. So why does she want revenge against
Because she loved
cheerleaders?
her brother, and then he became a cheerleader, and that just ended his life.
It didn't make sense.
No, how about this? How about get rid of buses then? Because the bus is what killed him.
Yeah, like
I
just
mean,
yeah. And as you said earlier, why didn't she go after like Jen? Is it
yeah,
Jen? Yeah, it was Jen.
Jennifer and Marla
Jennifer,
and
yeah.
Rory,
It's
they,
like, why
they
did
were the
she
ones
like?
there. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh dear. And she kind of reminded me, the coach, like, have you ever played oh, it's gone out of my head. Ace Right Attorney or something. It's some game. Um I don't know, some game that I used to play. But all the characters in there, it's like really weird how it's done. And like when they say like you're guilty, like it goes you're guilty, and it gets right up in the on the
I've
screen,
never
and like that's
heard of
how
this.
yeah, that's how the coach reminded me of like
You're
she'd be like
guilty.
you're smoking. Like, I'll have to try and see if I can find a clip, but I just kept picturing that in my head. I think it's like Ace Right Attorney or something like that. Somebody might know what I'm on about,
Oh,
but
there was one point where I thought maybe it could be George because there was that
George.
point where George, the gymnastic one, he ended up getting an
Oh
alternate. He was
yes,
really pissed
yeah.
off about it, but so because he was such a really good gymnast, and there was this point where we get introduced to him, and then like a scene later where Dell and Greg go check out the gym. They're like, well, only person who can get up there, you have to be a really good gymnast. And I went,
Oh yeah,
and I started thinking maybe it was George, but they kind of dropped that quick.
yeah. See, this is why, like, I mean, there were so many characters, but at least they were all good, decent red
Yeah,
herrings,
yeah.
which makes a nice change. And what about poor Peter? Oh,
Oh,
he
the
got shipped
redhead.
off to the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah. But at least he's alive.
Yeah, I
I
loved
mean,
that page break. He wasn't dead.
okay, good.
I'm so glad because he was vital, so vital to the story. Phew. Thank
Oh
God
my
he wasn't
goodness.
dead. Um, Caroline said, I thought Jennifer was a bit suspicious too. You have to look at the only survivor. Yeah.
Hmm.
Claire said, surely the coach would have targeted the survivors before the newbies. Yeah, definitely. Our cozy Liverpool home says, when Della kept dismissing Jennifer as the killer because of her injury and crutches, I thought, ooh, I bet she's faking it. Oh, yeah.
I did too. I was like, it's been a little while. Shouldn't she be off the crutches by now? I mean,
Yeah. Karen said coach, and then she put the little fishy, yeah, coach Trout. Trout. Speedway Chick said, so much wrong with this one for me, and not in a fun way, in an annoying way. Defkins, yeah, she's very hit and miss.
yeah.
RMSJ76 said, I thought the villain was going to be Jennifer or Marla. Oh, it would have been so good if it was Marla, you know.
That would have been too good though,
Yeah, but it would have been like, because then at least the bitchy character for once like lives up to her name and like
Somebody needs to do that for once. Like, oh, she's a red herring. No, she's actually the killer.
she's
Okay,
actually
good.
the
All
killer.
right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
I
why we
think
don't
that
like
would
her.
have been
Okay.
quite cool because you hate her all along, and then you get the reveal that it's her, and you'd be like, oh, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah. Eddie May said, yeah, background checks. Nope. Wasn't expecting the coach at all. Thought Susan. Oh, yeah, Susan. Because do you know what was weird? I don't know whether you picked this up, but right at the beginning, when we get introduced to Dal, we get a tiny paragraph from Susan's point of view, just randomly, like at
I
the
don't remember
beginning.
that. Maybe I
Yeah,
missed
it's
it.
like quite near the beginning. I think it's after we meet Dal, and it just goes into like Susan's head on like how she needs to be perfect, and get into the cheerleading squad and stuff like that. And I thought, oh wait, is that like a clue that it's gonna
Okay, yeah,
end up being her? It was very random.
yeah.
That's the only time in the book that
It was a
you,
small little like section
yeah,
that we got, and then it goes right back to Dell.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was really random.
and I remember I forgot who Susan was at the because, and then she was also in her room, locked away, asleep. When everybody, all this commotion, there's screaming going on, and people, I'm like, and she's just sleeping
Yeah, deep
right
sleeper.
next door. And then she like
Oh,
freaked. I mean, all I could hear is like when that doll
oh,
incident happened on her
the doll
pillow.
head.
She's just like, I
Mm.
just can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Ah! Like, shut up, calm down.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop. You know,
Oh, she proper freaks out. She really does. But to be honest, the doll was left on her bed decapitated, and then weren't the sheets all bloodied and everything?
or
So
yeah, or paint or something. Yeah,
yeah, I think I might freak out
I
at
would
that. And they are,
too. But like they're telling, like, calm down. Let's go in the other room. Like, let's. I wouldn't make her go back
yeah.
to her bedroom that night. I'd be like, sleep in my room with me. It's totally fine. Come in here.
Well, don't they put like the sheets and the doll or something in the wardrobe or
You know, the
something? They
doll's
like shove the
missing when they come
sheets.
back, and
Oh
then
yes, and
the
they put
sheets
the
are still there,
sheets
all bloody.
and they
So
just
no one's gonna believe you, but you have bloody sheets. There's remnants of what was going on.
yeah, exactly. Oh, Susan. Teddy said I thought it was going to be Jennifer or Marla, but then I thought Marla may be too obvious. Yeah, for
Yeah,
being a complete bitch.
totally.
Karen said, "I'd love to see a point horror. I'd love to see a point horror reality show starring wrongly accused point horror characters going off on one for all of us thinking they were the villain." Oh no! Oh dear. Just catch up a bit. Tam said, "Oh, that was it. I love Ace Attorney games. Phoenix Wright. That was it. Phoenix Wright.
Okay,
Ace Attorney. I think it
I've
is." Yeah,
never heard of this.
objection. That's what he says. He goes, objection. And it comes like right in your
Was,
face, like,
was that like a commercial for it, or
it was like, it was like a proper game. No, it was in the game. It was, I can't explain. It was very weird, but quite a good
okay? I'll have
game.
to look. Maybe there's something for it I can look up. I'll have to look.
Yeah. There'll probably be like a trailer for it, and you'll see, and he goes, objection. That's how I imagine the coach. Nikki said the coach forgot about the existing team and went after the new girl because she was pretty. No,
Yes,
beautiful.
beautiful.
I'm beautiful. Eddie May said thought it was Susan because in the beginning she says she has to win and hates to lose. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was like a little sneaky red herring. That little tiny little snippet of paragraph. Mm.
George and
I
Greg.
Our cozy Liverpool home said, I've got George and Greg mixed up. That's why I thought Greg was bitter and intense. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think Greg was too. I mean, you know.
Hmm.
Melina said, yeah, I wondered why we had that small paragraph from Susan's point of view. Sneaky red herring. That was. Yeah, that's why I suspected Susan, Eddie May said. Our cozy Liverpool home said she was really scared of the doll, but not at all concerned the doll had gone missing from inside while they were outside the door. Yeah, that's true.
Well no, because they were outside the door, and then they went down to Mojo's room to tell her, explain what was going on,
Yeah.
and Mojo wasn't believing them. I'm like, Mojo, you're the one who's talking about urban legends and stuff, and you're not believing this. Like, that's what annoyed me about her. Like, there's no, you're not consistent. Um, and then they went back to Susan's room, and the doll was gone. And the fact that
Yeah.
they didn't make a fuss over it means that nobody else should have been alerted to come and take the doll because somebody was
Yeah.
watching them.
Oh, no. it was just like there's so many like loopholes in the, in this
Hmm.
uh, in this book, but I find that a little bit. I think we found that with the bride as well. Like when you actually think about it, like some things don't quite make sense.
Yeah, I don't like when you bring up stuff that doesn't get, like I said, like with the dean. Look, what was that brought up for? There was no reason for that.
Oh dear! And wasn't there something else weird that happened? Was it oh, the basketball thing falling off the wall, which I'm taking it that we're meant to believe that was just a freak accident. You know, the basketball board and it falls towards Dell and Mojo.
And I don't think it was a freak accident. I think it was meant to be
Oh
because there's a comment
dear.
about it later on,
Oh,
isn't
is
it? Isn't then the
there?
killer comment on it
Oh,
and say
I
something
must have missed
about like,
that.
oh, you know, nothing happened today, but ha ha ha, kind of thing. I don't remember what he said
Oh,
or she said in her little, can't find it now,
yeah.
but um,
Oh, okay. So it was, so that was intentional. Well, she definitely had it in for Dal for smoking, really, didn't she?
yeah, because no one got hurt this time. Too bad. I would have liked that, but I think they're beginning to be afraid if they're not, they should be.
Oh, ooh.
So
Mm.
it was on purpose. One thing I do want
Ah.
to say is like I don't know what is up with this cheer they do at tryouts. It is the worst cheer I've ever heard, and I'm going to read it. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar, all for sale of stand up and holler. What? That's that's so lame. It's not even a good one. I guess maybe it's maybe I guess for the tryout they give you a lame cheer so you can sell it. I don't know. And if you can
But what about
sell it really well, you can get on the team. And
but what about the cheer at the end? You know, like that when so that basically the gym's on fire, the doors are locked, the coach is up in the rafters or whatever,
yeah,
wherever she is, and they're
and they're
doing
like, what did they start? They
let's
started cheering.
cheer.
No, say Lemieux, say Lemieux. This is what we're gonna do. Don't panic, stand still. Don't panic, stand still. Don't panic, stand still.
I'd be
While
like,
flames
fuck
rise up around you.
like, what's the most random? Like, and of course, like, because they're cheerleaders, everyone listens to them as well. Yeah. No,
Okay,
definitely
Sharon
not.
asked bits of what? So I don't know if you've ever heard shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Have you ever heard
Mm,
that? Two
yeah.
bits was a quarter. A quarter was a bit.
Oh.
So this actually doesn't adds up to $1.50, if anything. So because you get 4 quarters, you get $1.
Oh dear. But it was the chanting thing at the end just had me howling because I just thought if I heard them chanting at me to stop panicking, I'd be like, bloody I want to get out of here and not listen to you chanting some stupid chant. Oh dear. Yeah, Sharon said lots of loose ends seems to be a Deathkins thing. Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
And lots of characters, I would say. It seems to she always has lots of characters. We haven't read The Cemetery yet, but yeah, I'm going to need a bigger notepad for that one because I remember reading that and I think there's like about 10 characters or something like that in it.
Just right
Um,
as you go.
yeah. Claire said, I think it was intentional and that's why the ghost pre warned her. Oh, about the. Oh, yeah, because Dal says she hears like a scream before the um board falls, doesn't she? And then it turns out that that was the ghost warning her that it was gonna
Yeah,
fall. Yeah.
because no one else heard the
Um.
scream. Right.
Yeah.
Why was it
No
only
one else
targeting
heard it.
Dell?
Yeah. It doesn't make
Because she was
sense.
so
Like,
pretty.
because
That's why.
and
She was, oh,
beautiful.
you're the pretty
Mm,
girl. I'm going to tell you. So
yeah.
people
Because
will
you're
listen to
just
the pretty
so
girl.
beautiful. Oh dear. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if there was a reason why the
Can we
ghost
have
picked
a
down.
point horror or a nightmare hall or something where there's just an average looking girl? Just average. She's
Yeah.
not beautiful. She's not pretty. She's not ugly, but she's not like what everybody would go to. Hey, you're hot. And just have them be average and just living life the best they can.
Yeah, living, loving,
Yeah.
kisses in the light.
And falls for an average guy, but he's got a great personality, that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, yeah. Likes her vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal
Uh,
vegetables, you know.
normal vegetables. Yeah, Eddie May said, and then they stopped panicking, laughy face with the cheer. Karen said, we had a cheer in school that was literally just B-U, rah, rah, Lee, Lee, Lee. Oh, I don't know. Read that out, Dustin, because I'm
P-U,
butchering.
rah, rah, L-E-I-G. And she's spelling it out.
Oh,
Because that's what they do. They usually spell out stuff. You know,
oh dear.
that's a long spell out because usually they
Yeah.
usually do like the initials of the school.
Oh,
Um, so I went to South Haven High School, so they would say, "We are the best, SHS," like that kind of
oh,
thing.
okay. Oh dear. I would have been on the chopping block with the coach because I don't know my cheers.
If you can't spell out that's
Teddy said the cheer at the end was so random and just absolutely absurd. Oh, Sharon said thanks. Claire said, "Oh, that last scene with the cheering, yeah, it just didn't make sense." And Speedway Chick said a ghost wouldn't be able to contact a non-believer. Yeah, because Dal says she doesn't believe in ghosts, whereas Mojo or Mofo or whatever her name was, she believes in everything other than voodoo. So you would think that the ghost would have gone to Mojo rather
See,
than
that's the
Dal.
thing. That's usually what happens, by the way. I don't know what,
Yeah,
even in real life, like if somebody's like a paranormal investigator, when you're looking for it, you don't find it. When you're not looking for it, that's when it appears to you.
yeah.
So,
Ah, so maybe. Ah, okay. Oh, and Karen said that was the name of the school, Burley. Oh, okay. I just butchered it,
the
Karen.
rah,
I
rah,
am so sorry.
B-U, rah, rah. Like, really? You have to
Rah,
say R?
rah. Yeah. And I hope they went like rah,
Maybe,
rah. Something like
depending on the
that.
mascot. Yeah.
So overall then, Dustin, like, did you enjoy this one, or where does it sit in your Nightmare Hall rankings?
I think I like the Wish more,
Yes,
obviously.
I I think I did in the
This
end.
was fun. It's so we've done five. I would say this
Yeah.
might be, I want to say number three for me. Just because
Oh,
of I like the atmosphere and all this. I do like all the red herrings because that makes you
yeah.
guess more. There were some unnecessary things in here, but that's okay. I guess, if it was world
Mm,
building for future Nightmare Hall, maybe.
yeah.
Because she comes back and does a few more, right? Doesn't
Yeah,
Destin's do a few
so
more?
yeah, I did a little reel yesterday, I
Right.
think, of all the ones that she ghost wrote for the series. So
Hmm.
hopefully,
So I
you
bet you
never
she
know.
ties it all together with some other ones. That might be a
Yeah.
tie-in for another one she was planning.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed this one, but I think I did like, if I was picking between this and The Roommate, which was written by Deathkins as well, like I think I would prefer The Roommate,
See,
even
I
though
barely
nothing
remember
really,
the roommate now. I don't remember
nothing,
what happened in it.
well, nothing really much happened, I guess, in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but I did prefer The Wish. Definitely enjoyed The Wish more than this one. But this
Hmm.
was still fun. It was a good little fun read, like, and it was thinner than the normal point horrors as
Yeah, it was a
well.
pretty short one.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely.
Um,
I just see what everyone's put. Ghosts. Oh, Sharon said ghosts are basically cats annoying the ones who don't want them. Yeah.
yeah.
Tam said I liked it. I didn't like the end with the fire. It was silly. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what took it down in my estimation. And I love a supernatural twist, but I just didn't. It didn't
But
sit
here's the
right.
thing, she wasn't just gonna kill the cheerleader, she was gonna kill everybody at the school
Yes,
or anybody who showed up. Like the
anyone who
entire
showed
gym
up.
filled with people. So like calm down.
You need to calm down. Oh dear. Yeah, she was. So she would have been like, and she was going to escape herself. Like, what was she going to do? Like,
Jump
just
out
go
the
on the run?
window or up the roof. Remember there was that hatch to the roof? But
Yeah.
but heat rises, girl. Like, what are you doing?
She'd be on the top of the roof, like, no, my plan, Reginald. Uh, yeah, Tam said the mention of the ghost in the end was great. Oh, okay, so Tam liked that. RMSJ76. I really am sorry because I'm not sure of your name, so just let me know your name and I'll make sure I say it next time. But I did like the Wish better, but the Scream Team was good. Yeah, it was a good fun one.
Maybe that's what that
Um,
was. Yeah, Eddie May just said something saying maybe the clouds on the cover, in the inside cover, were supposed to be weird smoke because you see these clouds,
yeah.
but it's like she's laying face down on the floor like she got knocked. And I thought maybe it could also have been like dust when she hit and it's, all
Oh,
that dust.
yeah.
But like
So
that's a
many
dusty floor.
possibilities. Karen said, yeah, we all had to wave our hands above our heads for the rah rah and punch our hands in the sky for the HHH. Oh.
Okay.
Sharon said, preferred the Wish this month. Caroline said, I enjoyed the Wish more than this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eddie May said about the clouds. Our Cozy Liverpool home says, I enjoyed it but was confused when there was about 10 pages left and nothing had been revealed yet. Yeah. But Dustin, she hates cheerleaders, April said. That's all the motive we ever
That's
need.
all. That's it. That's it. I hate cheerleaders. I helped my brother become one and he died, so I hate them now.
Claire said, I quite like the atmosphere, but the characters were quite irritating. Enjoyed it, but didn't love it. Yeah, I think it was like an enjoyable read, like a really quick read as well. I flew through it in the end. And yeah, so it was enjoyable.
Hi, Becky.
Hi, Becky. Thank you. Sorry, I keep calling you RMSJ76 throughout the whole chat, but now I know.
Sorry, that's your name now. You're not Becky anymore.
Yeah, so okay, well, yeah, I think we can agree we enjoyed it. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. As long as we had fun,
Like
that's
I
all that
said, these
matters.
nightmare halls are basically the Fear Street of university. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And and some of them are some of them are hit or miss. It's just how it happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like them a lot. I do like that we do these every September. I would
Yeah.
like to do more. If we wanted to do one in springtime, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah,
But
maybe we should.
I
We've got a
wonder
lot to get
if
through.
there's going to be any that take place in another semester because this one is in the fall semester. All the others are all in the fall semester, and it's all
Yeah.
usually the same year because they say the previous spring in each one about Nightmare
Mm.
Hall. The previous spring is when all that stuff
Yeah.
happened. So I wonder if there's going to be any that happen in the second semester or later on in the semester, and like Christmas time or anything like that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Because I remember you saying in the Wish chat or in one of the chats that we had, and you said, "Oh, I think they're actually all set in the same timeline, like in
Yeah,
the
they're all
same
happening at the
semester."
same time.
So it's like, how? And I hope that somewhere along the line, maybe that they refer to like one of the incidences, like, "Oh, do you remember the time like the coach tried to burn the gym down?" Just like a little
Yeah.
reference
Or like
to like
maybe somebody
something.
comes to shut down the school because
Yeah.
because everybody's dying.
Health and
You've
safety.
already had like 10 deaths this semester. I think we need to shut this place down. You know?
Oh dear. Claire said, how many are there in total? So I think there's 29 in total, Nightmare Halls, I think off the top of my head. But we only got about 19 in the UK. So I think there's probably about 10 that we didn't. And some of them are quite tricky to find, the ones that we didn't get in the UK. Like the dummy. Oh,
Well,
so
if I
expensive.
can find it for you and if I can get it for myself, I will do that. So
Oh, thank
whenever we
you,
get to that.
Dustin.
So
But the good thing is, a lot of them, the Diane Ho ones, were all re-released on Kindle through Open
okay.
Road, but only the Diane Ho ones. So that's how you can tell which ones were ghost written.
That's probably a
Um,
copyright thing.
yeah.
They couldn't buy them.
So at least like further down the line, most of the books are oh, the cat's coming in. Most of the books are on the Kindle, so at least there's an option there.
Yeah.
And
And like I
Speedway.
said, there's that Internet Archive in the
Oh
US
yeah,
where there's a lot of these. They literally scanned each page of the book, so they're the authentic
yes.
version of. And and you know what? They even have the UK versions. So you can always rent them for free. It's like a library online. You just got to create an account. Hey, kitty, kitty.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, she's like No, there's too much
Nope.
going on. Too
Nope.
much.
I've got to look at other things. Thanks.
Speedway Chick said, sorry, one more question. When did the coach make the death-defying leap to the catwalk at the top? Did no one notice?
There's a lot
Yeah.
going on.
They were too busy listening to them cheer to get out.
Well, and then, well, first she probably lit the fuse to whatever fuse kind of flame, and everybody's like, "I smell smoke," and start looking around confused. She's over here, I'm gonna come up the catwalk, and then while everybody's looking freaked out, and then that's when she's like, "Ha ha ha! You're all gonna die!"
Proper Scooby Doo villain
Yeah, exactly.
reveal.
Yep.
Oh, but Justin, it's been so good to like chat to you this month. But we've had a whole Dusty Bun month, and it's been really good. And you need to come back and do more with
Oh, I do.
us,
I want to do
definitely.
more. I want to do more. I want to get through more of these nightmare halls because
Yeah,
they're really fun. And
yeah,
so if we can do some like spring semester and then also fall semester, I would be happy with that.
yeah.
But
Okay.
if everybody else is interested in that, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks to everyone in the comments as well. I realise that I have gone over time, but thanks to everyone in the comments. Everyone's going, oh, Cherry. Yeah, no live anything is complete without a kitten or a cat. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, thanks to everyone for the comments as well. And yeah, I think we all thought the same about this book, which is good. Apart from that split on Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dustin. But do check out Dustin's podcast and the brilliant book club, especially for next month with Fear Street. I'm really excited for that as well.
Yeah, I'm excited
So
for it too.
yeah. All right then, guys. Thanks, Dustin.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Stay
Mwah, mwah.
safe.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.